Anita Zebo. This is my very first podcast, and it's really just through prayer that it came to me, talking to friends, talking to my kids, and it has a lot to do with the journey I've been on, really prompted over the last 9 months, but a long time I feel in the making, but that will be for later. So you ask, what is this podcast about? What are you doing here? Well, I'm learning and discovering. That's the beginning of it. And it's about doing that and putting it all into a journey. And so here's a place to talk about it, hear about other people's journeys, because if you know me, the friends that know me know that I am always talking about I'm going through a season or a journey, or just life is full of different journeys we go through, and the goal is, what are we learning through those journeys? So my journey has really been a season of discovery, and was prompted about 9 months ago when I went through a bit of a life disruption. Trust me, not the only one. It had to do with work life, and there were about hundreds of us in a massive layoff from a company. But you know, when you've been in a setting and with a company for so long, and things like that happen, even if you haven't been with them long, but in my case I had, and things like that happen, and then you're later in life, it feels like a disruption. And while I was aware I'm not alone, it just felt a little bit lonely at the time. So a lot of questions come up. So for example, what's next? What's next for me? Is this still my right path? Am I supposed to shift? Is God telling me that's shift this way, do something different? And so lots of prayer, lots of trying to understand, lots of talking with folks. And has the journey been scary? Sure. Has it been uncomfortable? Have a lot of things felt uncertain? All of those. But on the other side of that, it has been the most exhilarating, exciting, often fun, hugely transformative, but definitely discovery and learning a lot about myself and about so many other things in our world. So I will say I'm doing this journey to invite my friends to come along with me, so we can get into different discussions, also so I can share a lot of what I've learned, that had I not been put into this position, probably wouldn't have had the time to do these discoveries. So it's an opportunity for me to share that. What we'll cover throughout this is 3 areas that to me are hugely intertwined, although at first glance they seem very separate. The first and foremost is about God. And what does that mean to me? What does that mean to us? What does that mean? Spirituality, what does that mean? And I can share the things that I've learned. Health and wellness, and as we'll talk about in the next video, that's my background. My background is in health and wellness. And it's traditional health and wellness, but is traditional the only aspect of health and wellness? So I've learned so much here. So another area I'm excited to get into. And lastly, wholeness. So it comes full circle. What does it mean to be whole, physically, mentally, relationship-wise, financially? And all of this is spelled out actually in the Bible. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about what it means to me, what it means to others, what it means to people that I'll share with you that I've been listening to. So welcome to my journey. looking forward to learning, sharing, and growing. Thank you. See you next week.